The choices in my life that money affects. So money affects what I eat. Money affects where I eat. Money affects how much I eat. Money affects if I eat. Money affects where I live. Money affects if I have shelter. Money affects the conditions that the shelter is in. Money affects whether or not I can clothe myself. Money affects my establishment in this system. Money affects my participation in society. Money affects my hobbies. Money affects my self-interests. Money affects my physical movement. Yeah, money affects my transportation. Money affects how I live. I think I said this, but money affects where I live. Money affects relationships. Money affects entertainment. Money affects effectiveness in life. Money affects whether or not I can read. Money affects self-expression. So isn't that kind of ridiculous to have something such as money, or the application of money, to sit in your way of what you eat, where you eat, how you eat, if you eat, where you live, how you live, if you live. I see that as kind of crazy. And yet we all accept it. We turn a blind eye to the reality of the situation, that money affects everything. To have something stand in your way of living, of feeding yourself, of clothing yourself, of having a shelter above your head to protect you from cold nights, that is ridiculous. Something should not stand in our way of living. No thing should stand in the way of living. And yet, we must make money to have all those things to live. We must sell ourselves to make money, and thus try and buy it back with all the shit that we buy. And we try and buy it back with buying food. So we are trying to buy our life back. And if you don't have money, you cannot buy it. So, why continually participate in this system? It's not the only one that we as humans can think of. It's one that has developed out of ourselves. It is one that has developed out of ourselves within greed, within self-interest. So what I mean when it has evolved out of ourselves means that we have created it from an idea of ourselves. We've created a capitalistic system that is us. We are sex-driven. We are manipulative. We are deceitful. We don't give a fuck about any other life than the one that we breathe. But we rarely breathe. So again, why let this stand in our way of living? Why allow this to continue? I mean, there's no point to fear it. Because if you fear it, you haven't seen it. You haven't participated in it. You haven't realized that you are it. So in an equal money system, money does not stand in our way of living. Money does not define how we live, if we eat, how we eat, when we eat, what we eat. In an equal money system, we eat. Everybody eats. Everybody is able to feed themselves. Why fear that? Why fear changing a system where we have to abuse our bodies for a monetary idea of what value is, to provide ourselves life? Why not create a system that gives us life, that gives us money just for living? So obviously, I mean, there's a lot of questions that one can raise within